Hello, it's been a while, huh? So today I want to commentate my own gameplay for once, absolute rarity, and this is from round one of the Black and White Invitational tournament. Shout out Monai for hosting it and putting some money into this epic generation. Uh, anyway, so my opponent asked me to play basically the moment the um, matchups came out, but I had already gone to bed, so it's okay because we played the next day on Monday at like 2 p.m. my time, which I believe was around 8 a.m. for my opponent. But hey, they asked to play and I accepted, so here we are. Okay, so this is game one. When I saw the preview, I thought I had a pretty great matchup, I would say. My Keldeo specs, and my opponent has no specs Keldeo in switch-ins at all. Yeah, of course, I will have to get a couple of plays right, but it's pretty easy, and I have spikes to punish like T-Tar, right, for my exam. So I have a pretty good setup, I think. There's also I have a mongoose that completely blanks two of my opponent's mons, and I also have stun spore on a mongoose, which means if I get it early in, I get a guaranteed paralysis. Well, not guaranteed, it's low. It's low accuracy, but you know what I mean. And that's also very good because I get to either paralyze, say, Rotom or Clef, and both are pretty solid targets to paralyze. As for my opponent's team, I wasn't too sure. I mean, this is a SPL team, I believe from Soulwind. But honestly, I mean, I recognize it. I don't fully remember the sets, but I was like, yeah, this is a Soulwind build, so I can expect certain things. But yeah, let's see. So I believe I just led with Among Us. If my memory, yeah. Immediately I want to get the stun spore off, and my opponent doesn't know if I'm ice or fire, so he's kind of forced to do this. And Paraz Clef, great. So here my thought process, I mean, I think I switched to Skarmory. I think. Oh, T-Tar. Of course. So thing is, I want to keep lefties on Among Us because obviously my opponent has Keldeo and Rotom Wash. And they don't really have a good switching into Among Us except for Clef himself, but Clef, not very strong into my team. I have a T-Tar who has nothing to do. Certainly not going to send T-Tar into any of these except the Clef. And T-Tar is pretty threatening to Clef. You know, you have potential superpower, even Crunch does a lot. You can pursue it on the switch, and then the Clef is kind of low. And yeah, you get knocked and T-Way, but T-Tar is whatever in this game, right? Yeah, Crunch. I don't have superpower. I reveal it later. I'm Fire Blast, but yeah. Obvious kind of switch to Scar, Mondeska, and Scouting. So here I'm just trying to scout if it's Swords Dance or something else. So I'm not sure what my opponent is trying to do here. I guess it's just recovering health on Excadrill. Because it's probably not Swords Dance, so you just attack. I mean, at this point, I'm convinced it's not Swords Dance. And so I just spike up. Sure. I don't have Brave Bird on this Skarmory, by the way. It's Taunt and Whirlwind. But it's fine, because this is not Swords Dance Excadrill, so I'm okay with this. PP stalling Iron Head, basically. That's what I'm doing. And I'm plotting my next play, which is just Arlandul's, which You know, I'm just lefty, so I'm faster. I'm max speed, so yeah, I get them up for free. So my main issue in this game at this point is, yeah, turns like this one. So I don't reveal my Keldo set because Sand always goes after leftovers, I believe. So I could be lefty's Keldo still. My opponent doesn't know that, and Keldo is super dangerous. I So there are two paths here for me. Either I Secret Sword, which I end up doing because I believe my opponent is mid-grounding it by going Rotten Wash, or I hardcore Skull for the Glyph score. But honestly, you should just click Secret Sword in this case. One, it's very likely that Rotom is coming in. Two, if Gliscor switches in, whatever. It takes rocks and, I don't know, 20 something percent times specs. So I do decent damage. Yep, and there it is. And I believe it's not leftovers Rotom. So the thing here is I'm just worried about Trick coming in. Because it might be Scarf. It's either Scarf or Chesto Berry. Titar is fine even if it's Chesto. I mean, again, this Titar is just... I don't really care about my Titar in this game. Like Keldeo, Excadrill, Gliscor, yeah. It's nice to have, it threatens Clef, but I believe here I just stay in and Fire Blast, because I'm Fire Blast Titar, and... No, did I not? I just switch. Yeah, that's fine. Now that I know that X can just Scarf probably Protect or Substitute even, so I can just do this and Earthquake. This is fine. I probably Ice here, knowing myself. Oh, and it's reveal. Oh, never mind. You too. So, I'm max speed, so now I know this Gliscor is faster than me. Well, I could have... No, I could not have known it either way, because Poisonia always goes after lefties, no matter what. But I know this Gliscor is offensive, and it's almost max speed. It's probably the 310 speed version. So I just get Gliscor in, and I click Hydro Pump here, I believe. So Hydro Pump does a decent damage to Clef, and I could Scald realistically. I don't think I can't because I don't do that. Yeah, okay. My opponent now knows that I'm specs. Or at the very least choiced. I can miss here, I don't care, it I Susan, I don't miss, nice. Thank you, Zarel. Alright, Clef against Keldeo. So obviously I switch out back to my Titar here. My opponent kind of has to soft boil here though. He could click Thunder Wave. That's not a bad play, because, you know, Paralyzed Titar is okay, but then you're stuck in against a Titar with Clef, and both are paralyzed, so you're kind of, you know, not optimal. Oh, it's not T-Wave, because it's rocks. Oh. Okay, here I Fire Blast, I don't know, just a random Preddy to catch Escadrille. And I click it again. You know why I do that? I don't know. Gut feeling? No, seriously. I don't think this Gliscor is Earthquake. Like, that's a thing. I'm kind of, I don't know, scouting the Gliscor set, but also I had a feeling that he will try to go X-Kai here. Because if I just go Skarmory here on the Gliscor, nothing happens. And it's... He doesn't know that I don't have Brave Bird, right? So he wants the Escadrille in before my Skarmory comes in. So I think if he gets Esca in on the Skarmory here, rocks are up. I mean, it's okay, right? But here I Fire Blast because I'm epic. Don't do this at home. Now I go Skarmory, cool. Opponent, Iron Heads. We cannot hit each other at all. So he's just trying to crit finish me, I guess. I mean, not the worst plan. Because my opponent has a very big problem here, which is with Rotom dead. As soon as my Keldeo comes in, I can click Hydro Pump, and it will be very hard. Here I go back Theta, right? There's no way I don't. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Looks like I had a good instincts this game so far. Okay, I get Titarin. I think I spike here. Oh, my opponent is Flamethrower. That's kind of annoying, because it does a lot of damage. My opponent crunches, expecting me to switch to I'm not sure what. And then Pursuit. Okay, so this Pursuit, extremely questionable. I mean, yeah, I got it right. 15% on my Skarmory. I guess it doesn't really matter unless you double and get it perfect, but yeah. So we both know that neither of us has the fighting move, right? So what is my opponent going to do? My opponent doesn't know I don't have Ice Beam. I don't remember my moves. I think I was T-Way? Okay, so I went Landorus, one, to scout a potential fighting move. I mean, I still don't know. And if I catch T-Wave here, that's pretty good, because my Lando is very threatening at this point. If I get Lando in for free on T-Tar, I can click Earthquake, and my opponent only has a Gliscor who is faster than me, but it also takes a million damage from HPIs. It's almost 1 KO, since we've established that this is a very fast Gliscor. And so getting Lando in for free is very good for me. Now, obviously, there could be issues with this game plan, as in, if I HPIs into Keldeo, and the Keldeo is leftovers, kind of annoying. That's okay still, because, spikes, then I know more about the Keldeo. I could also be setting up a late game Zam sweep. I'm Sash Ice, obviously, on this team. I mean, obviously, I don't have a Scarf one. So yeah, I am Ice Psychic Focus Blast, which kind of kills everything except T-Tar. And well, Clef, but Clef is paralyzed and cannot paralyze me. So at best, Clef can remove my Sash, which I don't particularly care about, because my opponent has no Scarfer of his own. So it's only really helpful against the T-Tar. And well, obviously to tank random hits. But yeah. My Zam is super threatening here, especially if I can get some chip on T-Tar with Spikes Whirlwind. There's actually is also kind of low at this point, so I'm pretty well in a good spot. Now, in the Landos versus Gliscor, I think I just ice here. I will ice from here, because it's at -1. Oh wait, that did 0. Maybe I'm not max speed Landorus. Okay, so my opponent tried to go for the outplay, right? So I grid Stealth Rocks on the Protect. But again, my Landorus is so threatening, I can just click moves. Rocks, I don't super care about rocks from this spot, right? One Exile can always spin for free on several of my nons. And Keldeo doesnn't take much from rocks, and I still have a full health Among Us and Zam. Clefable obviously ignores rocks, so does Eska basically. T-Tar is the only one that cannot keep rocks up from here anyway. So I just attack, and my opponent... Okay, now I just go Among Us and see what my opponent is up to. And see His left is, I believe I just Giga Drain here. Yeah, just damage. Got the Keldo chip, no, it's set now. So from this spot, I just go Titar. And my opponent does a nice switchback. Gets escalating. I believe I just switched to Skarmory here. Oh, I sacrifice Titar. Oh, because of course. I pretty much won from here, right? Because now here I go Keldon, click Secret Sword, and my opponent has 4 things that die to spec Secret Sword. So my opponent has to sacrifice something, Clef, sure, and then go to his own Keldon and try to win the speed tie, which I'm not going to let him do. Now Clef is dead as well, so Among Us is a pretty good non here. Yeah, he's forced to Secret Sword me. That's just... I mean, he has no play from here, right? I can just Giga Drain. Yeah, Escalade comes in. Oh. And I Stun Spore, actually, yeah. Maybe not necessary. Because, you know, I could just Giga Drain, get some damage in, then probably just Hammer and Whirlwind. Actually, no, Stun Spore is better. Unless I miss, in which case I will blame Monai. It's making me play this game. Nah, because if I Giga Drain, I do what, like 20%, and then... I don't know. Nah, Stun Spore. We don't miss, else we don't run Stun Spore, right? You just accept what the game throws at you. Here, I still switch to Undo. Sure. Sacrifice, back into Keldeo, Secret Sword. I still don't know this Escalade set. It's pretty weird. I think it's Substitute. Because why else would you never click anything but Iron Head? And here, back to Among Us. I think now I Giga Drain. I mean, I could Stun Spore, but just Giga. I have one anyway. Like, if he goes Titar, I sacrifice Among Us, then go Keldeo, and click Secret Sword, and then I have Alakazam versus Keldeo, last one, which I'd say Alakazam wins. So just going through the motion here. Nice game. I think I played well. Not sure what was up with my opponent's team. I don't know. The Escalade set, I'm still confused about it to this day. But yeah, I had Specs Keldo, so my opponent was very hard game for an opponent, right? Like 4 months instantly dies to Silk Sword, another takes 60%, and the last one, well, it will not tank the water move, so you kind of have to guess every turn right, which is doable, of course, but I don't know. Very easy to just lose, and also have Stun Spore Among Us, which proved to be quite useful. Yeah, this was game 1. Let's move on to game 2. So here I just loaded, this is a sample team, I believe. I think I just loaded the sample. Actually, no, I didn't. I loaded the old version of this, which I believe we prepared for SPL in the Raiders. And the thing is Conkeldo does not have payback. It's Drain Ice Mac, which means Jellicent kind of owns me, but my opponent doesn't know it, and so I try to play off that. Also, another thing about this matchup is that, yeah, my team kind of sucks against my opponents. Rocks, Jelly, I'm never going to do anything with half of my team, but Starmie, if I get a few turns right, is super dangerous, because my opponent's only water resist is Clef, which is not really a water resist, but you know what I mean. And yeah, Jellicent, but I have Analytic, so I'm Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, so it's, if I get a few of these right, I can, if not win, at least severely threaten stuff. I lead Lando because I just want to get rocks up. Any other lead doesn't not do anything. My opponent has got a Hippodon, which means they're going to lead Hippodon and click rocks, and I cannot do anything about it. I could lead Starmie, you can make a case for it, but then I take Sun and don't do anything. Like my opponent just switches and then I can never progress the game with Starmie from the lead position. I can never stop Hippodon. I can stop Hippodon from getting rocks up turn 1, but I cannot stop Hippodon from getting rocks by turn 5 or 6. And so that would be an unnecessary flex play. Other option, I mean, if I had payback on Conk, I would have definitely led with it. But since I don't want to just bulk up and then do nothing. Also, that gets my opponent rocks and spikes. Lando does not do that, and in fact, rocks are going up, but here I just click Earthquake, and why Earthquake? Because now my opponent is forced to slack off, and I click rocks. If you rocks turn 1, your opponent can then switch. I mean, he could switch here, but then he's kind of at risk from like Conk and Dragonite, so he's forced to slack off. And if he goes Scamator 1, okay, sure, I'll just get rocks up turn 2 anyway, which is exactly what happened. Got them up. And now, I believe I U-turn. Yeah, I don't want to get Scamator a free turn in. Here I go Conk. I'm trying to scan my opponent. Oh, it's Weird Windipo, by the way, which I didn't know, obviously. Could have been Rock Slide. And Starmie comes out, which is nice for me, I think. I just Hydro here. Kind of having to do a lot of guesswork. Okay, Hydro Pump forces Soft Boiled. I don't think I spin here. Yeah, I just try to get back momentum, which means I get Conking for free, my opponent. Okay, so this Seismic Toss. Decent play, I think, because he probably expected the Rapid Spin, which is an okay play, but in this matchup I recognize that Stam is kind of my win condition. It's not even that good of win condition. There's a Clef and a Zam on the other side, but it's the best I've got. My Dragonite has a very bad set. It's super power extreme speed outrage DD, which means I'm never ever killing anything unless I go Conk here, bulk up, and just my opponent panics, which I believe it almost happened. I mean, here I bulk up, which you can make a case for it being a bad play, but whatever. This doesn't tell me much. In fact, it tells me nothing, but I have a Jirachi, so I just go Jirachi and take half of my health, so now I know this specs Latios, which, as you can imagine, it's not really something I like to face with this team. And, I think I go Lando. Yeah, I'm especially defensive, so I will take, like, what, 60%? 41? Never mind, 0. And at least I kill Latios. I U-turn here, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, my opponent should have just Draco Meteor. I mean, Latios is dead. My opponent cannot spin, so might as well, right? It's not like Melandrus is setting up or anything. Instead, this way I get momentum, which is okay. Not the best, but it's okay. Alright, I want Starmie. What did I click? I clicked Hydro, knowing myself I'm a madman. So why I click Hydro? Well, if Jellicent... My opponent does not want to go Jellicent, because Scammer is already baiting in Thunderbolt. Oh, yeah, of course, my opponent can toss Latios here, actually, which I think is what happens, because it spin blocks. Alright, and then you go Zam, and I'm stuck. So the problem for me here is that, well, Zam is a problem. I know it's Sash, because it specs Latios. It could be life orb, but that would be so greedy, like so unbelievably greedy. So I'm just playing. From this point, I just play as if it's Sash, which it should be. And Focus Blood Wheels, very little damage. This is 100%. And I think I will Jirch here. Yeah. So my opponent is not clicking Focus Blast again. That would be insane. And another nice thing for me here is that Scanner is leftovers and not Rocky Helmet. If it were Rocky Helmet, this could be a very big problem, which it is not at the moment. Although, I think I U-turn here. Okay, my opponent goes Clef, which is very interesting. Okay, Lando. Here I U-turn. I may Earthquake here, actually. I don't remember what I did, but I think I would Earthquake if I were playing right now. If I were ghosting myself, I would tell myself to click Earthquake here. So if Camry comes in, I cry, obviously, but if I U-turn and my opponent soft-boiled, which with the way he's been playing so far is very willing to do so, I would be very sad, and let's see what I did. I would have ghosted myself very poorly. Nice. And a U-turn. Okay. This is starting to get a little bit hard, but not. It's still not a loss, right? It looks bad, but I have Healing Wish, and I'm probably. I mean, for example, this turn, I could click T-Bolt, which I think I do. It's pretty good play. Oh, I might click Hydro, actually. I think I Hydroed. Let me see. Okay. So here I Hydro. Because I'm crazy. I'm a crackhead, as someone will say. And I fail horribly. Sad. And this is a big problem, actually. Because, Jellicent is a big problem. I hate that guy. I hate this guy. It's just annoying. He's just there, laughing at me. Okay, so his leftovers. That's I go conk. My opponent doesn't know, so I'm just playing as if I know. I'm I can just bluff it. I have no other plays. I have to pretend I have payback, which I don't. But that's okay because I'm doing things, and this is good for me because I can. Okay, now my opponent is kind of stuck with this conk on the field. So he cannot roost, so he has to Braver me. Or Whirlwind, sure, which could be problematic. I think D-Knight came out. Oh, Girachi. This is sad, man. Wait. I think I Linguish here. I have to, right? I just Linguish Starmie and go for it. I know there's a Zam here, which is not the best, but you do what you got to do. Okay, so from here, can I win? Maybe yes, actually, because Skarmory will die to D-Knight soon, after another round of rocks, just superpower, or even outrage. Problems I have here, well, it's Zam, really. And getting this turn right, which I believe I T-Bolt. Did I? Nice. So I know it's leftovers and not Costa Berry, because I know there's a certain user who likes Costa Berry Jellicent. I will not name names. Okay, so I T-Bolt. Fantastic. And here comes Salakazam, which I believe I just toss Volk here. Did I? Oh, no, I just... Goodbye, Starmie. Man, if I had the Dragonite here, and extreme speed, doesn't Conk win then, actually? Let's say extreme speed into the Hippo. Nah. I only win if it gives me the Zamsash, which she might not want to do. Probably not, right? And my Volk is never doing anything. Okay, so... But what if I did that? What if I went D-Knight on the grass knot this turn? I... Yeah, no, I definitely just extreme speed then, and on the Hippo, I hard outrage. He will whirlwind me, and if he gets star me out, that's great. Yeah, no, I think if I went grass knot here and extreme speed, he sacrifices Clef and then goes Hippodon, and then I mean then the same thing happens, right? Why didn't I go D-Knight here? I think I was plotting something like a late game D-Knight sweep, which is not out of the question. But I'm not sure what I was doing here, actually. No. I think D-Knight was the play. Man. Well, I go D-Knight here and just extreme speed, which is great. 77 is also an okay roll, I believe. And here I go conk and reveal. Okay, not sure what I'm saying Volcana for. The next game, probably. So I Mach Punch. And this is just lost. Because I think Scannoid dies to Mach. No, there's no way it does, but I still click it, because if I crit, I win. Yeah, if I crit the Mach, I would have won, but you know, I went for it, just in case. You could argue that I could have pulled up, but then I'm still in range to Earthquake, so yeah, I just die here. Goodbye, Conk, and Volk will take 60% from rocks and spikes. Very sad. And then I just go Fire Blast and do decent damage, but sadly... Yeah. Maybe if I won D-Knight that turn when I got Grass Knot, when I lost the star me, and then I kick extreme speed right there, then maybe I can win. I need to get a little bit lucky with Whirlwind, because if he Whirlwinds my Volkin, then I still lose, probably, because then I have... Yeah, I just lose to Zam, probably at the point, but, you know, it's a possibility. So if I play this game again now with this knowledge, I will probably go D-Knight that turn, and then... Not sure why I didn't. Whoopsie daisy, I guess. And here we go, game 3. My opponent has a pretty weird team. First thing I noticed. And... well, my team is pretty nice into this, I think. I have my Scissor is Scarf with Bug Bite. And of course, Yotur Pursuit brought great into Zam. So my main issue is that once again, I don't have payback on Conkeldurr, and why not, you may ask? Well, because I hate myself, evidently. My opponent has loaded 15 Psychic types this series, and I'm still not using payback on Conkeldurr, which may or may not spell my doom. So, good things for me. Well, rocks will stay up permanently, 1. 2, I'm Jolly Excadrill with Substitute, which is very strong in this matchup. Especially paired with Scissor to make sure Alakazam does not get 2 turns against me. But that's about it. Like, my win condition is definitely my Substitute Excadrill plus Scissor. Rotom Wash is also pretty strong in this matchup. Again, if I get a Wisp on the enemy Rotom, say, then my Excadrill becomes very strong. I can also Volt on the Reuniclus and then get a free turn with my Scissor, which means that if I get Rocks up, I'm actually in a very good spot. My Latios is also Specs, which is always nice to see. So if my opponent... So yeah, I think I'm in a pretty good spot here. I think my matchup is decent. Yeah, my Conkeldurr is useless, but you know, I have an Excadrill that is a mega threat, and this Hippodon is probably not physically defensive. I sure hope so. If it is, then it's a bit tougher, but I can always flinch it down, right? So yeah, let's see. I think I just lead Rotom Wash and Wisp. I just did. My Rotom, I believe it has. This is a very fast Rotom, I believe. Oh, not fast enough, huh? Okay, but okay, two things here. One, Scarf Rotom is very annoying. Like my opponent, my Rotom getting tricked Choice Scarf is very annoying. Because now I'm stuck clicking Wisp, which I don't want to do against Reuniclus and Heatran. And two, well, you know, if my opponent outplays me and say I click Wall Switch and he goes Hippodon, I'm kind of stuck there. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. It makes my game a bit harder. Or at least makes my Rotom usage harder. I believe I just went Hippo here. You know why I went Hippodon? Because I wanted to flex. There's no other reason here to go Hippodon. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he's wall switching, but not necessarily. I mean, you know, I'm stuck in Wisp, so he might stay in. And Wisp himself, because I guess he doesn't really care, because yeah, my Rotom is kind of incapacitated anyway. I went Hippo here, which does two things. One, sets up Sand, which makes this Rotom's life much more annoying. Look, it's already low, kind of. And, well, sets up my Excadrill Sand Force, just in case. It was probably never going to matter, but, you know, it's a start. Right, I believe I go back into Rotom here. Yep. And here's why my Rotom being Scarf is annoying. I don't know this Ferrothorns item, so I kind of don't want to Wisp, which means I have to Wall Switch. Fantastic, but will I Wall Switch into Hippodon? Doesn't matter really, because if he goes Hippo, then I go my own Hippo as he gets Rocks up, and I also get my own Rocks up, and that's totally fine, because this Rotom is already struggling. Okay, oh, I get a crit. Not sure why I went Latios and not Rosh. I mean, I guess I'm trying to conceal my set, but come on, man. I might still be Swords Dance. My opponent doesn't really know that. But if I'm Swords Dance, then my opponent has a Heatran, so whatever. I could have gone Scissor and U-turned here. In fact, I probably should have done that. Yeah, I reveal I'm Scarf, but I don't care. In fact, I enjoy that. Because I have a secret tech on my Scissor called Bug Bite, which means Reuniclus cannot just recover on it while I U-turn out, because U-turn from Scarf Scissor does, what, 50% to Aeon? Bug Bite does a little bit more, like 55, 60, but it's more that you're still in with Scissor. And so he's kind of forced to spam recover, or to switch out. So I Dragon Pulse. Okay, here I'm about to do something very bad. Don't do this at home. So I kind of panicked here, not sure why. I was just like, how am I ever going to kill leftovers Ferrothorn with a Scarf Rotom? So what I did was go to my Ferrothorn switch in, which is Conkeldurr. Cool, great, fantastic. And then I'm like, I don't have payback. Last game I pretended I had it. I'm not sure why I didn't do the same this time, but watch. I'm about to do something extremely stupid. Okay, back into Latios, and I get knocked off, which means I lost my specs. Still, I'm still not satisfied with my own gameplay, so I trick. So at least now I got rid of the leftovers. It only costed me my Latios. But, you know, such is life. Such is life. And then, I mean, I'm just thinking, I'm just Dracoing here. Because I just want to damage this thing. Again, I repeat, I was panicking, so I'm like, no, I must absolutely attack this guy, and I get a crit. Very nice for me. Kind of robbery, because Fertor was annoying. Even if I get, if I don't get a crit, it's fine-ish still, because I'm more interested in the damage. But yeah. There's also the fact that my Latios was pretty good against Heatran, which now I'm kind of shaking into. Except my opponent was not ready for the double crit while paralyzed with a 90% accuracy move. And at this point, the game is pretty much robbed for good. Because without Hippo and with Ferro this low, my Esker is going to go bananas. And I got very lucky with this double crit. The first one, especially on the Ferroton, the Hippo don't crit, obviously also very strong, because that would have been 3 rocks for my opponent. I mean, -2 Draco was not going to do much to Hippo. That would have forced me to go Rotom and then play weird games again. And it's Ice Heatran. So I believe I go Excadrill, and I think I just sub. Yeah. Okay, so from here, my opponent is in a terrible spot. Ferrothorn dies, Heatran dies, and is probably slower. I mean, it's not double Scarf, Heatran Rotom, right? That leaves us with Zam and Reuniclus. Reuniclus has Sweet Focus Blast with Iron Head. I don't think Psychic breaks the sub at last 0. But yeah. I also get a free spin. Just to add insults to injury. No, I mean, the double crit just killed my opponent's chances. And here I just click Earthquake, Rotom is dead, Heatran dies. I'm still in time to choose this. Don't worry. So here I Earthquake. And I also miss Focus Blast. Dodge Focus Blast. Yeah, this game was not good. Don't know, Pokemon Mons is Mons, as the sage would say. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just done. Rotom is dead. Here comes Heatran. I think I switch just in case. I believe actually that my opponent, yeah. But here's the thing, I will switch here because I'm Scarf anyway, and go 20%. My opponent will go Reuniclus. Oh, of course. I think I just U-turn here. And I'm Whirlwind Hippo and Max Plef, so I'll just U-turn. My opponent is forced to recover this turn, obviously. Go Hippo, get rocks up, just to ensure Rotom will not get a free Pain Split on me, and also nice damage on Heatran. Or not, I guess. Sure. Psyshock. I think I revealed the Bug Bite here, which is pretty nice. Look at this. I don't have... I think I don't have Bullet Punch on this shit, which, I mean, it's Scarf, never clicking it anyway. Okay, so if this Heatran is substitute, which very well might be, could prove to be annoying, except I will win, which my opponent doesn't know. I think now I get rocks up. Psyshock, yeah, Whirlwind. Oh, I even get the Rotom. Actually, either Heatran or Rotom will be fine by me. So here comes Reuniclus. Do I get them up finally? Nice, turn 26, 5 versus 2, get them up. One of them immune to rocks too. You never know, man. Sometimes you just want to click rocks. Never punished. But yeah, Whirlwind. I think I just Earthquake the Heatran here. I could slack off, but... Oh, it is a Rapsh. Wow. Okay, I completely forgot about this. It was Eruption. If it killed, I go X and click Earthquake, and it's game over. I don't think Reuniclus can tank. Okay, go Scissor, click Bug Bite until the end of times. If I didn't have Bug Bite, this would be annoying. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about this game, right? My Latios just killed 2 for free, despite my shenanigans, so this was pretty much a stalling game. I could win, yes, because my Escadrille again is very strong, but I would actually have to play the game instead of, just click whatever, I guess, whatever is in front of me, right? And I will say that my op was even slightly favorite at that point, so yeah. This game sucks, man, get me out. Yeah, say the line, Bard. Luck over skill, am I right, guys? Yeah. So yeah, that was it. The first 2 games were pretty fun though, so there's that. Game 3, sadly, I purchased Showdown Gold just in time for Game 3. So yeah, that's just what happens. Cannot win against that, man. But yeah, that was it. Pretty fun series, and we won round 1. That's great, fantastic. Let's keep it up. Yeah, see ya.